Bandai hit us with the old 1-2 punch yesterday, simultaneously announcing brand new Goku and Vegeta figures in the new 4.0 body styles, and there is a lot to unpack here, so stick around.
And here we go.
Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So we got a kind-hearted Saiyan Goku and a dangerous pride Vegeta. Did we need these figures right now? I don't know, but they're here, so let's talk about them. Let's start out with Goku here. First and foremost, I like the look of him. I think he looks really nice, but this is clearly the same body that they're using for that new full power Super Saiyan Goku that's coming out, next month or whatever. And I think it works. This is clearly going to be the new definitive body, at least for Bandai, for Goku figures. So buckle up. You're basically just going to get different shades of orange and different colored hair Gokus with this body for probably quite a while, particularly if this figure does well with the fans. Starting with his hair, let's just start top to bottom, almost like we're reviewing him. Hair looks really good. I like the little detail in it. It's definitely Goku hair, and it looks really good. Bonus, this figure comes with a second head sculpt, a windswept hair sculpt, and I think that looks good. It's nice to see Bandai finally taking a page out of those third-party companies' books and answering the consumer's call, so to speak, and I like that. His face plates. He's getting 4 face plates. Obviously, he's getting a serious face that comes on him in the package. He's going to get a smirking face, a teeth-gritting face, and a yelling face. No new expressions that we haven't seen 100 times before.
Fuck.
But they all look really good. These face sculpts look very sharp, and I like it. Hands-wise, I think he is getting, 12 hands. No new kind of, shapes or hands do anything other than anything we've seen them do before.
What?
But they might be new sculpt, where these arms are new sculpt. Those hands might be new sculpt, so I guess that's kind of cool. Overall, the figure looks cool, but then again, Bandai makes them look nice. It looks like they're going to have a nice finish on them. Clearly, there's going to be no shading in the muscles, but the days of shaded muscles with nice big flat finishes all over them, I think are over. I think anymore we're going to kind of get that matte to satin kind of, not plasticky, but bare plastic kind of look to an extent. And that's okay, because I think they're focusing more on the actual aesthetic of the figure and making it sharp and crisp and vibrant looking. And I guess we're just going to have to be okay with it. The gi sculpt looks really good. It looks like we're going to get some shading in the pants and maybe some shading on the gi top. I don't know yet. Speaking of the gi top, I like the fact that it's going to be like that soft, flexible plastic like the Daima Goku. I personally liked it. What were your thoughts? I know some people didn't really like it, but I think it looks all right. That nice big chest, that is definitely anime accurate, so I am cool with that moving forward with all the Goku figures having that, or at least most of the Goku figures having that. I think that looks pretty good. That flexible diaper, I'm still on the fence whether or not that's necessary, but it definitely did help articulation, like I said, with the Daima figure, so that's not going to be too bad. They insisted on going with that weird thigh cut right there. I don't know how I feel about that thigh cut. I didn't like it on like the Trunks figure, and I didn't really like it on like the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. I know a lot of people didn't, but anyways, single jointed knee again. The Daima figure proved that the single jointed knee does work and it gets the same amount of range, so I'm cool with that. And the look actually in hand is not that bad. It might still take a little bit of getting used to, but I'm okay with it. I think that looks pretty good. Now, since this is going to be that same body as that new full power Super Saiyan Goku, there's going to be some interesting articulation, or at least they're boasting that there's going to be some. 2 big points, 3 big points. That one, that telescoping neck. I'm interested to see how that's going to work. I'm also interested to see what are they calling it? The dynamic movable shoulder system or something like that. I'll put it up on the screen so I can quote them correctly. I'm interested to see how those shoulders work. And there's something with the shins, like the shins will actually be able to bend or something. I don't know why we really needed an articulation point other than a boot swivel around the shin, but I guess once we get it in hand, we'll know a little bit more about it. I don't know. I mean, you tell me. There are people that are in the know more than me. But overall, this figure does look pretty good. It's definitely a Cell Saga Goku, just because I noticed that there's no symbol on his gi. That's just a little tidbit thing. But big question is, since I'm predicting that this is going to be the new definitive Goku body moving forward, is that a good thing? Are we happy with this just from what we're seeing? And two, my next question is, will the articulation be good? Granted, neither one of these things we could answer yet, but I do want you to keep them in the back of your mind. But that's pretty much all I've got for Goku. Now let's move on to Vegeta real quick, because this Dangerous Pride Vegeta, I think, looks pretty friggin' cool. In my opinion, but then again, I was a big fan of the Daima Vegeta, and they have definitely sculpted this in that air, if that makes sense. Now, is it exact sculpt, like one for one? No, it's not, but we'll get into that more here in a minute. First off, I want to start with his hair. His hair looks really good. I like the yellow, at least the way it's coming through in these pictures. It looks really nice. I can't tell whether or not there's going to be some gradient in the color of it. There might be, but the sculpt itself and the details look really good. And he gets 2 head sculpts as well, but for the life of me, I can't really tell, other than maybe just a little bit of difference in the bangs, what the difference is from one head sculpt to another. With this figure anyway. As far as face plates, I think he gets 4 as well. He's going to get, the typical Vegeta kind of looks like a serious face. He's going to get like a smirking face and a teeth gritting face and a yelling face. Again, no new emotions that we haven't seen 1,000 times with him.
That sucks.
He's only getting 10 hands, and they're the usual spread of posable, style pose type hands with a Vegeta figure, and that's because he's coming with some cross arms. And I like the look of them. They're not exactly like the ones from the Daima figure, obviously, because, and the differences we're getting ready to talk about here in a second. First off, difference-wise, is this figure gonna be taller? Because this figure, has different legs than the Daima figure. They look a lot alike, but they are different. These are much more muscular. Both the thigh and the calf area for this figure's legs are different, and I actually like the look of these a lot better. So if there's new sculpt on these legs, is he going to be taller, or is he going to be a short figure like the Daima Vegeta was? Because I like the fact that he was short. Also, this one has new shoulders, much beefier shoulders than the Daima Vegeta, and I really like that, because when I think of Vegeta, I think big, bolder shoulders, and this one looks like it's going to have them, so I'm a fan of that. We're going to save the body armor for last. Now, the boots. This one has different boots. The pointy toes are back for these Saiyan armor boots, and I like it. A couple of these promo images don't have the toes painted yet. Now, moving into the body armor. From what I can tell, this is the same body armor that was on the Daima figure, and I liked it. I liked the soft body armor. It had really good range. Gapping is still a problem, but every Saiyan armor figure has always had gapping issues in the front and or back, so that's not that big a deal to me. If you guys can tell a difference in between the two, I'll post some side-by-side pictures at some point, and if you could tell a difference, let me know. But to me, it looks like they're the same. So that one is going to be the same. I think it's basically just going to be like the shoulders and the legs are going to be a little bit different. And it looks like the diaper piece has a little bit different of a sculpt. There's going to be more like ab kind of definition down there in it, where the Daima Vegeta did not have that. Any other differences I can't really think of, except maybe the blue might be a little different, but they vary, Vegeta to Vegeta as far as release goes. Anyway, but yeah, this Vegeta does look good. I don't think there's going to be any shading on him.
Shut up, bitch!
And I can't really predict what the finish is going to be. We're not getting matte finishes anymore, so expect a matte to satin kind of finish on this one. I don't think we're going to get flat finishes anymore, and I can't see any shading at all on him, and that kind of sucks. But we're just going to have to get used to it. But as far as this Vegeta, I like it. I like the look of it, and I think this is going to be the new Vegeta body moving forward, just in the same concept that the Goku figure is going to be the new Goku body moving forward. So buckle up and be prepared to just get this basic same body with different shades of blue for the arm, for the undersuit, and different colored hairs, because that's probably what they're going to do. Now, I also want to talk about a couple of pictures that we also saw when these two figures were announced. One of them being these two figures with Trunks. Now, does this indicate that we might get a new Trunks? I can't tell from the image whether or not that is a new Trunks, or if that's just that other, the boy from the future, and they just posed him up. He has similar leg articulation to these, at least to the Goku, so I don't know. That would be cool. What are your thoughts on that? 2, there was a second image with all 3 of them, and they were posed just like that image from the Super Android 13 movie. So is this like a foreshadowing of potentially getting a Super Android 13? I don't know. That would be really, really cool. But anyways, that's really all I've got. I just kind of wanted to go over these figures because I think that there was some stuff we all needed to talk about. But if you haven't subscribed, pause the video and scroll down and give us a subscribe. Like the video, hype it, please. I'm trying to get everybody in the habit of doing that. And click on that video that just popped up in the bottom left-hand corner. And with all that said, this has been Dad with Dad's Expensive Hobby, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.